All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. How you guys doing today? Walker Pierce, if you are in the chat, if you could please drop a link in the Discord and ping everybody. I should probably do that on Twitter too, so I might actually take a moment to do that myself. Today's going to be a big vibe stream, guys. Luke had to cancel on me today, so unfortunately no Super Paper Mario today, but we got a nice little vibe going on today, and it should be a nice chill day for us to just relax with Stream Elements bot running. Hey man, you love to see it. Walker Pierce, I don't know when he exactly sent that. 12:06 a.m. That's really early. Well, late, I guess, Walker Pierce. What, you good? That was like last night. It's been 8,843 days and counting. Sure, it's felt like a slow day at the office, huh? Yeah, it really has, man. Yo, Walker Pierce, how you doing, man? Let me log into my Twitter here. How you guys been, though? I'm having a pretty... I can't type and talk at the same time. I'm having a pretty good day, honestly. It's fucking beautiful out here. It's like 75 degrees Fahrenheit and just chilling. Let me see what else we got going on here. Yeah, let me grab the link for the stream real quick, wherever the hell I put that window. Where'd I put that shit at? Come on. Alright, get shareable link. Alright. Anyway, we're here. We're ready to roll. I'm feeling pretty good today. It's been a nice day out. It got hot here today. Oh, man. That's the worst. It sucks when it gets, like, hot. I'm so used to being hot. So for reference, for anybody who doesn't know, I used to work in a kitchen for, like, ages. And it was a commercial kitchen with no AC. Pretty much any commercial kitchen I worked in had no AC in it. I worked in like 2 or 3 of them, and like none of them had proper AC units, or even in some cases exhaust fans. And it was just like it was not good. It was very bad. It was very not fun to deal with. 86 Fahrenheit is too damn hot for April. I agree. That is very warm. I walked outside in basically just this really, really thin, I can't express how thin this material is, and it's cotton. Y que fuego. Anyway, well, guys, I got some good news. Guys. Well, one, I've had a tooth that's been bugging me for the past week or so. Basically, I had a little, like, chunk of a filling chipped off, and it was, like, a tiny amount, but it was enough to expose the dentin, so I was just like, okay, let me go to the doctor or the dentist and get this taken care of. And I went yesterday, and she had a lot of trouble putting in the filling. So, it fell out last night, and I went back this morning, and she fixed it right up fine. I went out and got a haircut, as you can see here. And I still need to shower and make sure I get all the hair out of, like, my hair, all the cut hair out. And then I went out, I got some sushi. I had some sushi for lunch. I just finished up the last of that leftovers for dinner. It's been a pretty good day overall. And then I came home and just laid around and did basically nothing, took a nap. And now we're back. We're ready to stream for a little bit. Yeah, while the Lukes are away, the stream will play. That's right. What do you guys want to do? Because I mentioned last night, and we said, I mentioned last night I put up a little poll, and you guys seem to want to just dig through whatever shit I had laying around in my shelves, and we can go look through that and see if we find something interesting to play. That will include my Steam library, even though that's not like a shelf per se. I hate the post-haircut pre-shower feeling. Yeah, I don't feel great, but I was also too lazy to go to get in the shower today, so... It is what it is. What else did I do today? Oh, I played some Dark Souls 1 for the first time in a very long time. I went ahead and bought Dark Souls Remastered, because the last time I played Dark Souls was Dark Souls 1 Original, with, like, none of the patches on the original Xbox 360. Sneak King. I just set up the PS2, man. I'm not putting in Sneak King right now. Not unless y'all really want to see something, or if I get a really big urge to play a PS, or an Xbox 360 game. I just fucking set it up, man. I'm not doing that. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's been a gorgeous day outside. Nice day for me to just relax, honestly. Tomorrow I'm going to be playing D&D with friends. And you know, I had a thought actually while I was driving off from the dentist. I realized that the compound that they use, the composite that they use for filling teeth is just a plastic that's like activated by ultraviolet light, and so it just hardens to ultraviolet light. And so I was thinking about that, and I realized that you could probably just make a 3D printer for teeth. I don't know if that's been done before. I'm actually going to look that up right now. I meant to look it up earlier, and I just got busy. But, like, you could theoretically, like, make implants, like, with just, like, a 3D printer. Using 3D printing, National Dental Care Specialists can make custom-make teeth to perfectly fit your mouth with your crowns, inlays, onlays, and veneers all available. Huh. Well, there you go. I discovered something that already exists, but I liked having that thought. It made me feel like I used to. I used to have a lot of weird thoughts like that, where I'm just like, what if you could do this instead? It's, Biddy says it's 36 here. That's a little cold. A teeth D printer? A 3-teeth printer? I mean, it prints more than 3 teeth, so I don't think 3 teeth... I think 3 teeth would be a misnomer. But, yeah. Yeah, you could call it that. McDonald's shovelware. Hey, don't call all the McDonald's games we were playing on the channel shovelware. They were definitely worse than shovelware in some cases, but in some cases they were better. That being said, so right before I hopped on stream, a friend of mine sent a meme that I kind of just want to read out loud for all y'all. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just we're going to turn off the music for a moment. See this image right here? This one right here? This thing? Sleep is for the weak? And I guess I'm a little baby, bro. Yeah, I guess I'm a little sleepy guy. A little snoozer. I guess I'm a little goo-goo gaga ass bitch then, dude. What do you think about that, huh? Fucking assholes. Anyway. Eminem's shell-shocked. You guys, Walker Pierce just wants to see shitty games. And if that's the case, I got you covered, homie. Hold up. Let me check and make sure nothing is gonna show up that I don't want to show up. Before I flip. Yeah. I got you on that one, man. So, there was a gigantic sale on Humongous Games for whatever reason. So I just picked up a shit ton of them. So, we've got a bunch of, like, kids point and clicks to go through if you guys want to go through those at some point. Sleep is for the sleepy. It really is for the sleepy. Sleep is for the sleepy. Sleep and sleepies. Sleepy zoo. Sleep zoo. What am I doing? Am I high today? I don't know. What else did I do today? Oh, while waiting for my sushi to be ready to be picked up, I ran down to the Goodwill and I checked out their CD collection and I found a copy of Gorillaz Demon Days album. I've never listened to a Gorillaz album all the way through. I know they're good. I've heard a few of their songs, obviously. You know, everybody's heard Feel Good Inc. But I kind of wanna. I kind of want to listen to that at some point. Not obviously on stream, unfortunately. I get hit with copyrights out the ass. But I did get I've got 7 new CDs up there, and I've listened to most of them before, but I've never listened to like those specific versions of them. And I got my whole stereo system set up. Maybe one day I'll just do a tour of my room. I mean, I could do that now theoretically. We're not doing anything interesting here, but I would need to hook up over Wi-Fi instead of through a wired connection on my phone. Which, by the way, just use your phone for streaming. I know I said it last time and I say it a lot. Just use your fucking phone for streaming, man. Trust me, it's worth it. Never listened to a Gorillaz album. Yeah, I haven't either, so there you go. But anyway, so we got some humongous games. We got Freddy Fish, we got Pajama Sam, we got Putt Putt, we got Spy Fox, all the good stuff. I don't know why I picked these up. I think they were like less than $1 each. I was just like, yeah, sure. Why not? Weird point-and-click adventures meant for kids from the early 2000s, late 90s. Works for me. So, I'm not playing 100% Orange Juice. This is basically Mario Party, but anime and silly. You don't need a $99,000 super camera, although we could look at those if you wanted. Cheese for everyone! Airships was an interesting game, but I don't think I'd want to play it on stream. That being said, it's not that big of a download. We could do that. A Medieval. This is basically Doom, but if you had only melee weapons. It's a boomer shooter. For anybody who doesn't know what a boomer shooter is, go look at Doom, original Doom. That's what a boomer shooter is. That's the definition of a boomer shooter. Antichamber is a very fun puzzle game if you've never played it before. I'm not going to go through all my stuff. I don't want to play Apotheon. Arcus is a very short game. It's by the same person who made Bloodborne, the Bloodborne PSX remake. Very fun game, actually, for like the 4 or 5... What was it? It might have even been like... It was like an hour, yeah. Boomer Stabber, exactly. This is just a little interesting indie game. It's a little tower defense game. It's pretty fun, actually. I enjoyed it. Very good. Assetto Corsa is a racing simulator. I still don't have a racing wheel, and this game definitely requires you to have a racing wheel. Not requires in the sense that like you need to have one to play the game at all, but playing with an analog stick is, or like any sort of like, or like even with a keyboard or whatever, terrible. Not fun. I do want to play this at some point. This is the drift game. Okay? I want to learn how to drift. Baldur's Gate 3. Basically D&D, but as a video game. It's supposed to be based on D&D 5e and very streamlined. I played the demo for a long time. Yeah, about 5 hours. I played the demo for a pretty long time, and it was fun. It was a good time. And now they're in full release, I believe. I thought about playing Bayonetta today, and then I realized I didn't really want to do that, and I deleted it from the thing. We might still end up playing Bayonetta, who knows. Besiege, you get to make machines. Literally, you just get to make machines and try and like complete objectives in a place, and it's like a little what's the term? Oh, what's the term? It's like it's a sandbox game, more or less, I guess would be the best way to put it. A bunch of stuff on here that I haven't played before. Borderlands 3 I haven't played before. Probably be good to just like speedrun through that game on stream or with friends or some shit. Definitely doesn't seem like a game I'd want to play on my own for the most part. Sandbox, yes. Sandbox is the word I was looking for. Thank you, Walker Pierce. Dong battering ram. Yeah, exactly. The old school Sidewinder force feedback Microsoft racing wheel was amazing. Yeah, there's a bunch of like really solid racing wheels I could pick up for pretty cheap. I just haven't gotten around to it yet because, you know, other things are coming in. I'm still paying, I'm still getting set up for my trip out to Europe this summer. So I'm still paying off a lot of that and making sure I'm set up. Code Vein, this is basically anime Dark Souls, and that really is the best definition of it. It didn't strike me as anything particularly amazing, unfortunately. I wish I could recommend it more, but I played probably about, yeah, it was like an hour and a half of it, and it just, like, didn't sit with me. It's okay, it just, they incorporate a lot of interesting mechanics. Maybe it's somebody's cup of tea, it's just not mine. Also, the character creator is weirdly limited, but also lets you do a lot of stupid shit. Why travel to Europe? Just bring Europe to you. Yeah, you're right. I could fly out all my friends. I'll fly the entirety of Europe to the US. That'll work. This is a very difficult game that I don't play because it stressed me the fuck out. Because I played this while I was a chef, and it just reminded me of what being a cook in a... Well, a chef, a cook. It reminded me of what being a chef or a cook in a kitchen is like, and it just didn't... I didn't want to do it. I didn't buy CSGO. I don't know if you have to pay for this game at all. I got it free with a Steam controller because when the Steam controller released, it came bundled with CSGO as a thing. And I've redeemed the key, although I don't ever intend to play this game. Walker Pierce, you have reminded me that X01 exists. Yes. Okay, we're going to look at X01. I don't recommend anybody ever buys this game, ever. No, this one's fine, actually. This game, fine. I was getting it mixed up with another game, I'm sorry. X01 is the one about the spaceship that's just a ball that you fly through the air and around different planets. I genuinely want to play this. X01, it seems like such an interesting game. It's just music, and you get a little ball thing that you can, like, you control with gravity. You control how gravity affects the ball, so you can make the ball, like, go down super fast, or you can make it fly really fast, or like really high up in the air and like be less affected by gravity. It's just sort of, it's a very interesting concept for a game. I think it's just honestly phenomenal. Highly recommend that for anybody who's just looking for something to spend a couple hours in. Like I said, I re-downloaded the Dark Souls games. I played a little bit of Dark Souls 3 again. I tried to beat Gundyr and messed up. And also, Dark Souls 3 doesn't run very well in Linux through Proton. So I might look into ways to improve that, or otherwise just figure out some other way to play the game. It's such a non-game. Yeah, it's a... Exo 1 is a game. It is a game. It's just not a game that we think of as a traditional, like... It's not a game in the traditional way that we think of it. It doesn't have a point system. It's literally just you wandering around. It's the same thing as playing like a game where you're taking care of like plants or some shit. Or like a simulator where there's no, like, it's just you vibing with something. It's like playing Seaman in a way where, yeah, technically there is an ending, but like you're just kind of enjoying the game as it goes, you know? This is a very loud song. Holy shit. Like I said, Dark Souls games. I re-downloaded Darksiders 3 and Darksiders Genesis. I'm not playing them today. I'm not playing them today. I'm not playing them today either. But I do want to play them at some point. I will definitely be notifying Johansson before I do that, because I know that he fucking loves these games. Oh, the XO1 story is very confusing on the first playthrough. Yep, I've heard that as well. This is a game that a friend of mine bought me. Dom, he was one of the old mods for my stream over on Twitch. Still a decent friend of mine, just not really on YouTube as much. I promised him I would play this game, and I'm going to play this game. It is like, it's one of the games that is very close. Like, once I'm done Devil May Cry, because right now the thing is, okay, let me explain. Actually, you know what? Here. Right now, let me explain, like, what my issue is. My issue is I just don't have enough time to stream as many things as I'd like. So I've got, like, 3 or 4 different stream ideas that I would love to have on separate days, but I can't do that. And so I'm unfortunately stuck doing, like, I've got my one stream that I'll do that's just my single-player streams, which at this point is Devil May Cry. And then I've got my multiplayer streams with Luke, which both of us really enjoy and we want to keep doing. But also it means that I don't get to do a third stream in the week, or I don't get to do another stream in the week where it's just single player stuff. So theoretically, I could be playing Death Stranding and Devil May Cry at the same time, but I just don't have the time or energy. I personally do not like Death Stranding. I'm not saying I'm gonna like it. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. It seems like a fun game though. I wouldn't mind giving it a shot. Speaking of games that I don't find fun, Death's Gambit. This is actually made by Adult Swim Games, which makes a bunch of surprisingly good games. If you don't know, Adult Swim is... I don't know, I'm sure that they're related, but Adult Swim is basically the adult like programming portion of Cartoon Network. After the channel goes off the air at like 9 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night, Adult Swim takes over for the rest of the night until about 5 a.m. the next day, or 6 a.m. And so Adult Swim Games is like their video game thing. Originally it was just tie-in games with the actual, like, whatever they're airing at the time. It was, like, a lot of mobile phone games and stuff. Death's Gambit is an actual, just, like, standalone game. This game it's a Souls-like. It's a 2D Souls-like. There's a roll mechanic. It's genuinely a good game. Something about it struck me as off, I think, when I got through a couple of the bosses. It seemed arbitrarily hard for arbitrarily hard's sake, which is something that I really don't like in games. That's why I don't play a lot of super old games. It's why I've never beaten Rayman. Dicey Dungeons is amazing. Yes, I'm aware of Dicey Dungeons. I've seen so many people play it. I want to play it. It's just I don't have it, and I don't feel like buying it, and I've got way too many games in my backlog, and yeah. Alright, let me pop back over here. What do we got going on? So we got Darkest Dungeon. This is a good game. I recommend getting the DLC if you're gonna get it. I didn't feel like doing it anymore, honestly, after a while. It's just, I didn't feel like it. It was, like, exhausting. Honestly, it's a very difficult game, and it just gets to the point where it's, like... I'm sure if you went in with the right mindset and the right ideas as to how to play, it'd be a lot easier, but maybe I just didn't on my first playthrough. I'll buy it for stream's sake. Look, man, message me after stream about it and we'll talk, but the problem is I have such a backlog of games right now. Okay, right now, single-player stuff alone, because Luke and I have our own thing that we don't really plan out much of. Single-player stuff alone, I've got Devil May Cry, or DMC Devil May Cry 5, and then I'm gonna do another Devil May Cry 5 run. I'll spoil that one for you right now. And then we're gonna have a Metal Gear Rising run. Then I'm gonna have to do Death Stranding, and that's like a 40-hour game. And then I've got like umpteen other games. Bayonetta, I'm gonna play through Bayonetta 1. I'm probably gonna buy Bayonetta 2 for the Switch, so that I can play through that before Bayonetta 3 launches. Bayonetta 3 launches later this year. I've told people I'll play through Fallout again. I've got Fallout New Vegas and 4. Dragon's Dogma is something I've tossed around the idea of. I probably won't play that one on stream though. Monster Train, I'm not familiar with that one. What else? Dishonored, I love stealth games, man. I don't know if they would lend well to stream because I usually just sort of sit there quietly when I'm playing stealth games. I love stealth action games though. We got Garfield Kart. We got all the good games. We got Genso Skydrift, which is basically Mario Kart Double Dash, but with Toho characters. It's actually quite fun. Ghost Runner, excellent game. I'm not playing it on stream. Imagine you took Katana Zero and Mirror's Edge and smashed them together. That's basically what Ghost Runner is. It's really good. Fallout, but every gun and mod is randomized. It's not very easy to mod games on Linux. That is my only problem with trying that, Walker Pierce. Modding games on Linux is very difficult. And I say this from experience. I remember you and another guy played Toho Kart. Yeah, it was me and Richard, who's a major Toho fan. He actually lives right up the road. I could call him, and he probably would be like, yeah, sure, I'll come over. We can hang out. And just play Genso Skydrift the rest of the night. What else do we got? Granblue Fantasy Versus. This is a fighting game based off of Granblue Fantasy, which is currently in Grindy Hell. I mean, the game is just nicknamed Grind Blue Fantasy, but this particular week is Guild Wars, which is literally just grinding the same boss for like hours and hours and hoping that you did it more than the opposing guild. It's just not good. The Messenger is a absolutely excellent indie game. We've talked about that one before. We've definitely talked about that one before. Luke and I mentioned wanting to play Harvester on stream. If anybody doesn't know what this is, it's an old DOS point-and-click game, and it is absolutely batshit insane. So it looks like bitrate has just gone to shit again. That's always wonderful. I love when that happens. So with that in mind, yeah, I'm just gonna keep talking like nothing's happening, and we're gonna hope that the bitrate fixes itself kind of soon. Hopefully, maybe. We're dropping a lot of frames there. Okay, it looks like we're back up. No, we're not. Guys, if stream drops, I apologize. There's nothing I can really do about it, unfortunately, and it's very frustrating because it is just inconsistent. There's nothing I can do to make sure that stream continues to run at the speeds and like in the way that I want it to run. If you want me to, I'll walk over my stream and switch it for you, stream it for you, or with my Switch and stream it for you. Yeah, man, just walk on over. For the Messenger, absolutely. I wouldn't mind chat hanging with that guy again. Oh, with Richard? Yeah, Richard's great. Absolutely, man. I would love to have Richard over again, and we do occasionally hang out. It's just more like, I've only got so much energy, man. You work a 40-hour work week, even though I'm working at home 3 days, like, it's a lot mentally, man, and you just need that time to just chill and relax and not worry about things. You know? And sometimes you just don't get that. So, if some weeks, whenever I call off stream for a week, it's because I realize that I probably just need to chill out for the weekend. Which I'm realizing I need to do more, unfortunately. Jeff, I tried streaming this on Twitch, did not go very well. I might try streaming it again here, actually. Not right now, but at some point. Jet Set Radio. Gotta love this game. Jet Set Radio featuring the #1 DJ, DJ Professor K. Such a good time, man. Anyway, let me see what we got here. Lich-Tum Battlemade. This game sucks. It's got a lot of interesting mechanics. The problem is all the enemies are basically just copy-pasted, and the game itself is just not very well polished. Like, literally every encounter you defeat in, like, one of two ways. There's just no... It's got an interesting system, but it doesn't have the means to let you play with that system, is the best way that I can put it. Little Nightmares. I own this game. I've never played it, but I've seen like 3 different people play through it. I don't think I would get anything out of a playthrough for this game other than trying to collect everything, which I don't really want to do. Be back in a few minutes, need to go stretch my legs. Yeah, man, walk on over. Come on, get on over here. Say hi to stream. Alright, so, I think it's enough just digging through my library. I plan on playing this after I get done Devil May Cry. I definitely want to do another run through of Metal Gear Rising because I was playing a little bit of it the other night. And it's just fun, man. It's just a lot of fun. I enjoy the hell out of it. Let me see what else we got going on here. Metro 2033 is a game that somebody bought for me and I never played. It's just, unfortunately, the way it is, man. It's how gamers are. We should definitely pick a thing to play, though. I could play Risk of Rain 2. I don't know how well that would go, given my current CPU. Because this game gets very CPU intensive. I'm a little bit hesitant on that. But, it's an option. Civ 6, I'm not playing by myself, and I don't feel like dragging all my friends in to play it on stream with me out of nowhere. Stardew. The Surge, I have downloaded and never played. Definitely want to play it. What else do we got in here? Yeah, you know what? Why don't I just... I'm gonna grab my... I'm just gonna keep streaming, guys. I realize bitrate's all over the place, and there's absolutely nothing I can do about it, and it's very frustrating for me. Trust me. I'm very annoyed with how this is, but there's nothing I can really do about it, so... I'm gonna go ahead and, well, first, we should do the thing I should have done at the beginning of the stream, because I'm kind of thirsty. Crack open a cold one with the boys and girls and NBs. Whatever's out there, whoever's out there. Cheers to you guys. So I'm gonna just grab some games off the shelf here. I've got my PS2 hooked up. We're gonna figure out what one we want to actually play. All right. Let me see what we got here. Let's start with the PS1 games. So, as per last time, we've got, well, obviously Spyro. I speedrun Spyro. If you guys just want to see me speedrun Spyro for 2 hours, we can do that. Gex Enter the Gecko. Always a great game. This is a holographic cover. I don't know if it's coming through well on the camera, but it's Crash Bandicoot Warped, which is a weirdly okay game. Here's Eminem's Shell Shocked. Walker Pierce, if you want to see Eminem's Shell Shocked again, I don't even know if this copy runs, but we can try. Crash Team Racing. I picked this up again because I fucking love this game. Very good. Crash Bandicoot. Also picked this up because my current copy is just absolute crap. And Rayman. What else have we got in here? We got Wipeout. Or Wipeout XL, which is the PS1 version. We got Twisted Metal 4, which is, it's not a game that I really like, honestly. It's a Destruction Derby game, for the most part. I think my brother bought this. I don't know why I have it in my room. It's Alien Trilogy. Crash Bash. I don't even know if this runs. This game is not very fun, honestly, for me at least. Robo Pit, again, not very fun. I'm not playing it. We got Pac-Man World, and then Tarzan. I've got like 4 copies of this fucking game. I don't know why, but we have like 4 copies of it. What else do we got in here? We got G-Police. This is the game that I attempted to play, and it didn't really stick with me. It's like a first-person, or it's a third-person like shooter thing. You're controlling a helicopter. It's like it's a military game, I guess. Is the best way of putting it. It's like futuristic military, and this isn't even a. This is the box that my friend made me when he got me Celeste, but he just got me a code for it. There's no like cartridge or anything in here. What else do we got? There's my other copy of Crash Bandicoot Warped. Another copy of Spyro the Dragon. Crash 2, which I know works. And I actually enjoyed Crash 2. Spyro not Enter the Dragonfly. Spyro You're the Dragon. I think I have Enter the Dragonfly around here somewhere. Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, and I definitely wouldn't be able to install it properly, but I have the Zoo Tycoon collection for PC. So that's an option for later. Do y'all just... Actually, here's a question, guys. Here's a question. Do y'all just want to see me play, like, old, like, PC games, like shit like The Sims 3 and like Zoo Tycoon and shit, because people seem to be enjoying the Spore streams and me just making absolutely cursed shit for no good reason. Good Pepsi. Alright. But yeah, if you guys like have any suggestions for games you want me to see, I mean, leave them in the comments. If you're not watching this live, I'm more than happy to take suggestions on what you want to see me play. Oh wait, I think I know what I want to play. There's a game up there that I'm seeing. It's in my PS2 shelf. So we could play a good game on the PS2, like God of War, or like Need for Speed Underground. We could play the original Yakuza. We could play Mario Party 4. Or we could play like one of the many shitty games that I have. I have Mega Man X7. I have Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII. I have Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, which is not a terrible game, honestly. And then we've got Spider-Man 2, which is just a good game, but also everybody knows it for the pizza meme. Do we want to see if we can get to Mr. Panucci's Pizza? Do we want to do that? Because I've never played that game before. Genuinely, I have never played the pizza theme before. I've never had the, like, glorious opportunity to play Mr. Panucci, or to play Mr. Panucci's pizza theme. So I'm tempted to do that. I tell you what, why don't I just pick a damn thing? Okay, instead of sitting here waiting for somebody else to pick it for me. I'm gonna go with something that I haven't played before. So that really narrows a lot of this down. I played the hell out of Wipeout, actually. I always forget that, but I just like blazed through that game in a couple days. Technically, I've played CTR before, but it's not been since I was a kid, because I haven't owned a copy of it that worked since I was a kid. Or at least we haven't been able to find the copy. I played Gex before, so most of the PS1 games are out of the running at that point. I've technically played G-Police, and I don't really want to play it. I don't really want to play this Alien game, or Twisted Metal. RoboPit wasn't very good. Yeah, let's put the PS1 games back up, and let me pull out some of the PS2 games. I think I'm just gonna play the Ghost in the Shell game for a little bit and see how bad. If I remember that game being kind of difficult. I'm gonna see how bad that is. All right. Alternatively, we can just take a couple minutes and play a Yakuza game. Although I plan on playing those on screen. Fucking Yakuza. Alright. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. So after a lot of deliberating with myself and asking you guys, and then not getting much of a response because I realize most of y'all are lurking, that's okay. It's fine. I'm not mad. I was just asking questions, and half of them are rhetorical, honestly, so don't sweat it. So we got two games, alright? We got Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex, which is based off the TV series, not the game. Or rather, not the movie. This is a game that's based off the TV series and not the movie. There's a PS1 game as well that I think is also based off of the series and not the movie. But it doesn't really matter because the PS1 game is, one, very rare, two, and so it's expensive, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd probably have it. And two, it's just running around in a Tachikoma tank shooting things. So it's not that interesting of a game anyway, as far as like what you would expect out of Ghost in the Shell. And then we've got the fucking Yakuza. Which I kind of just want to... I'm going to put this in. I don't know how far we're going to get, but I want to hear Mark Hamill voicing Majima, okay? Because for anybody who doesn't know, the original Yakuza did in fact get an English dub. Sega brought it over to the US and gave it an English dub. And then they got Mark Hamill, of all people, to voice Majima. They got a bunch of other not super well-known voice actors, but a bunch of other voice actors to do the work as well, and they went through all this effort for this dub. And then the game didn't perform as well as they wanted, and they just gave up on dubbing Yakuza games until we got to Yakuza 7. Which is not great, but it's what they did, and I'm still a little bit salty about it. But also, the Japanese voice acting for Yakuza games is genuinely pretty good. It conveys a lot of emotion, and it only gets better throughout the series. So, I'm gonna put this in the PS2, and I'm gonna make sure that I can actually swap over to the PS2. So let's pull up the PS2 on my monitor here. Alright, that's coming through there. Let me check on the capture frame. This is a great way to, like, check my capture, by the way. Like, being able to just have this up here, great, phenomenal, I love this. Alright. So let's bop on over to the gameplay. Hope you're ready for some fucking Yakuza. Also, I don't know where my PS2 memory card is, so you're gonna need to give me another second. Ugh. Alright. What do we got? Where is it? Where's the bastard? Come on. Where you at? Come on. I need the memory card. There we go. See, this is what you guys don't see at the beginning of stream a lot of the time. Anytime that I look well set up, it's mostly me just fumbling around in my own random crap that I have laying around. And hoping that I can, and just kind of hoping that I can find the things that I need. Alright. So, there's my memory card. Would you like to continue without saving? Yakuza memory file. It's not, or Yakuza file does not exist on memory card. Yep. I'm gonna probably get hit with a DMCA strike for the theme, which is a bit of a shame, but it's fine. I'm gonna move myself up into this corner a little bit tighter here. Would you like to create a new Yakuza file? With the fucking Yakuza? Alright. I think we're ready to go here. I'm gonna turn myself down a little bit, actually. I've been messing around with audio settings a little bit the past couple days and just trying to see what works best, and I think that where I had it was pretty good. There's a couple of, like, tiny improvements I could make, but I think other than that, it's fine. That's loud, my man. Dream? Excitement? Technology. I have no idea what the fuck this is. And love. I have no fucking idea what is happening. This is just the Sega logo. What the hell? That was incredible. I love that, actually. That's great.
Just your bad luck to have run into me.
Just your bad luck.
Haruka. That's my name.
By the way, the English dub is not particularly good. Is this just like the trailer that they had for the game?
I just killed top captain of the Tojo clan.
Ooh, I love these sounds. These are PS2 era, like, compressed audio sounds.
Photo bank, all 10 billion yen, was stolen. Is this true? Shut the fuck up.
Did they do an English version of Receive You? I think they did an English version of Receive You, and that's what's playing in the background here, which is not great. The Japanese version is just kind of better. I was trying to listen to it.
For me. Then step the fuck up. It's time to die.
Okay. They did not hide away from the cuss words. This is an M-rated game, guys. M-rated on the box. Time for the fucking Yakuza. This is a good time for me to play this, actually, because I wanted to hear the English voice acting for this game, but I don't know if I want to play through the whole original game or if I want to go through Yakuza Kiwami. Because I've heard Yakuza Kiwami is a pretty good game. Like, comparatively. For the wide aspect ratio, and that did fucking nothing. Maybe it does something once you exit the screen, I don't know. Vibration, yeah, sure, we can keep vibration on. It's been a while since I've had a game with actual vibration settings. Let me see. Subtitles. Yep. Subtitles on. Sound. Stereo. Please don't give me mono sound. That looks fine to me on my screen. I don't know how it looks for you guys on the capture, but I'm sure it's passable. Skip event. I don't know what that means. Maybe it skips cutscenes or something? Which would be an interesting feature, actually. Maybe a really interesting feature for a game that this early on. This is what, a 2004 game? Trying to find the copyright date. I don't even see the copyright date. What the hell? Oh well. That'd be a really interesting feature for a game this early on, though. But yeah, this is a good time for me to, like, mess with this. October 1st, 1995? Kinda hard to read that font, actually. Oh, wow. This is pretty for a PS2 game. Look at that fake bloom. That, like, baked-in bloom effect. The, like, low resolution. It does look good, though. They didn't do a terrible job with it. It's very dark. I'm sure it's the same for you guys, but it's very dark. Here, let me turn it up so you guys can at least see it a little bit better, because that just doesn't look good. This is another thing you guys don't see behind the scenes a lot of the time with video editors. Or even with, like, live video, like, you have to apply color correction for, like, every game, because every game is trying to color grade itself differently. Let me turn up the contrast slightly. Turn up the gamma a little bit. You don't want to turn it up too much, but just a tad ought to help. See, that's way better for your guys' end, I think. Now, the brightness, yeah, brightness is gonna do jack shit. But that's a tad bit better for you guys. This game's just dark, which I guess isn't out of the ordinary for a PS2 game, especially since everything's supposed to be in the darkness anyway. It's like very dark.
Freeze!
Freeze! Turn up the gamma a little bit. You guys can actually see what the hell's going on. I might not be able to see it very well. Yeah, 1995. Okay. September 30th, 1995. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, let me pay attention to the game. So Kiryu supposedly shot someone and got arrested. Seems out of character.
Yeah. I want to thank you for helping me make this collection, I mean.
It's my pleasure, Shinji.
All right.
Wait. Okay, having some context from Yakuza 0, this makes less sense. This is Shinji Tanaka, who is, yeah, Tojo affiliate, Dojima member. Yep, Dojima family's still around. Kiryu's still around. This takes place about 10 years after Yakuza 0 does, for context. For anybody who's played Yakuza 0 and not any of the other ones. Collect the debt. Kiryu's helping collect the debt. A loan sharker's office is right around here. They used to borrow money from other families, but they didn't even bother paying the interest. So the families gave up dealing with them and asked us to collect the debt for them. How much are we collecting? 200 million. Jesus. It was agreed upon we get half the money, 100 million profit. The music sounds very, like, eerily similar to a lot of the other, or to the other Yakuza music that I've heard for like this sort of vibe. That person just disappeared. Place we're about to be going to, they call themselves Peace Finance, but rather than financing, they're all about illegal money lending. They're involved in some illegal shit. I'm sure they're gonna have a bad attitude. But since you're here, I ain't too worried about that. Yeah, I mean, like, anytime Kiryu's in a situation, you basically don't have to worry as long as you're on Kiryu's side. I don't think you gotta worry about getting too crazy. I heard they cause a lot of grief for innocent people. Fuck them. That is something, like, weird about Yakuza a lot of the time. That took a while to load. Oh, it's like loading new camera angle. It's like really shittily disguised loading screens. Their office is on the 5th floor of this building. Okay. There's an elevator on the outside of the building. I've never seen that in architecture, at least not around here. But I mean, in the US, I suppose architecture is definitely a bit different. You'd have an interior lobby for the whole building and then an elevator in there.
I'm Kazuma, an associate of the Dojima family.
I didn't expect you to come, Kazuma-san.
When you don't pay your debts, I'm what you get.
Tomorrow. I'll have the money by tomorrow. Please, I have children.
I'm supposed to believe this shit as you're packing up, getting ready to bail out? I'll say it slower. Where is our money?
Please! I'm sorry.
Hey, how about getting the fuck up?
Please don't kill me.
Huh?
I've heard about the Dojima family. You guys collect your debts at the end of a gun barrel, right? When someone doesn't pay up, you kill them to prove a point. Everyone knows.
Listen, that's just a rumor spread by fools that can't pay their dues. Ugh.
And then this dude pulls out a golf
I'll
club.
have your money. Damn it! You leave me no choice.
Okay, bud. You kind of just pulled it on yourself. He's finance president Hirata. Oh, this is what's it called? It's loading. This is a loading screen for the record. It's it's funky. All right, here we go. We're just gonna keep punching. This is a really solid song. What is the name of it? It's something for violence. There's a whole like list of these. I can't remember which one this is. What is it called? It's not Intelligence for Violence. Shit. What is the name of this song? It's Ideal for Violence, I think. Which is just solid overall. Press square and triangle to throw a vicious punch that will knock an enemy down. Okay, so it's... Gotcha, that's your heavy strike. Yeah, this controls almost exactly like Yakuza 0, so I think I'm good in that aspect. We're just gonna knock some fuckers out. Press square, square, triangle to throw a body blow that will make an enemy suffer before falling down. You can grab him safely until he falls. Yeah, this is a pretty violent fucking game. Anybody who's looking for a game like GTA but better, Yakuza is the series for you, I'm just saying. Uppercut. They're actually listing out all the combos that you can do, which is kind of nice. There we go. It is nice to have them list out the combos and be like, here's where they're useful. Because you don't always get that in this sort of game, and you kind of have to figure it out for yourself, which is good too. But it's kind of nice to not have to worry about that too. Also, yes, you can just beat people with office chairs and whatever the hell else you can find laying around. Just saying. But yeah, you can just pick shit up and be like, yep, I'm using this now. All these golf clubs suck. I gotta say, this doesn't quite have the funky vibes of the, like, remix of this song, but it's still pretty good. This is a solid, like, little beat they got going on. Turn this up a little bit for you guys. Grabbing attack. Grab an enemy and then press square to juggle them repeatedly in your grasp. Got it. And then triangle is the heavy throw. Or the heavy, like, attack while you throw. Grab an enemy, press circle to throw them. The heavy opponents can't be thrown unless you tap circle repeatedly. If tapping fails, you get trampled and damaged. Gotcha. Just yeet these bitches. Alright, heat actions. Here we go. Heat gauge at the top left full. Grab an enemy and grab and take an enemy towards the wall and press triangle to perform a heat action. Here we go, guys. Heat action time. Fuck you! God, I love this game, man. Oh. Welcome to Yakuza bullshit, Walker. Welcome back. ETA 999999999999999. So we had a little bit of a hiccup with stream bitrate. Hopefully that isn't a big deal anymore. If it is, you know what? Just check back in a couple minutes. Maybe reload the page. It'll help some, I swear. Hopefully. Heat action. It's just the same one. That's a little disappointing because the heat actions in Yakuza 0 were genuinely the best part of the game. Being able to beat the shit out of somebody repeatedly by just throwing them into various objects and watching other stuff happen was like the best part of the game. I'm not even kidding. But the heat action system is still fine. Bonk. Use the moves you've defeated, or you learn to defeat the remaining enemies. Considering they aren't fighting back, it's pretty easy to just beat them. Ooh, there's a new one. And the slow-mo finish. I gotta tell you, man, this is a game that I want to be playing. I already talked about it. Bitrate, what does Bida have to do with stream performance? Bida has a lot to do with stream performance. If Bida's pissed off, you're not getting the stream. Alright, don't piss him off, man.
Take it personally.
Part of the bitrate Yakuza. I missed that entire cutscene because I was too busy making a stupid shit post. You can start your own family now, Aniki. From what Oyabun was saying that you're just the guy you can trust to run a family. It's not set in stone yet, so don't get your hopes up. You're supposed to meet Nishiki at Serena later on. Yeah. I think you can only get in from the back door today. Walk down the alley off Tenkaichi Street. This is the exact same area as Yakuza 0. I want to point that out. These dudes haven't changed districts or anything in like 10 years. Deliver the 100 million to the client by myself. You can trust me. You can trust me. In a game that I know is about millions of dollars getting taken from the Yakuza. This town is full of Yakuza. The fucking Yakuza. I'm gonna keep thinking about that video. Somebody just made like a really shitty like YouTube poop video, or it was just somebody sentence mixing a cutscene in this game. It's this cutscene, I think, or one of the ones like this.
What you think you're doing? And just what the fuck family are you from, huh?
Excuse me.
Excuse you? No. Fuck you.
Versus Yakuza. I do like this. I really like the remix version more. I might actually play the remix version. I might play Yakuza Kiwami solely so I can get the remix version of the song because it slaps so hard. There's also like, is there a lock-on button? There's like a, there is, okay. Right trigger, or R1 is like a lock-on button. Ooh, you got a guard. Goodbye. Very entertaining gameplay. But I do want to hear the English voice acting. Okay, this is a story. This is a game where I do care about the story.
Who the hell are you?
That was
Is that Raiden's voice actor? Oh,
Kazuma? Aniki.
the man himself.
You mean...
Yeah. Kazuma Kiryu-chan. The dragon of the Dojima family.
It's been a while, Majima-san.
Mark Hamill, everybody.
Relax. I hear you're trying to start your own family. Oh yeah. That bar over there? That's where your girl works. I hear she's hot. Everyone's jealous of you. I know I'd like to nail a bitch like that.
Oh, by the way, the stream's M plus now.
This break.
Not 18 plus, M plus.
Kazuma-san. I'm sorry.
Yeah?
I didn't know.
Forget it.
You're too kind. Kazuma-chan, too kind. We gotta make up for this.
Ow!
I should kill you. Stupid!
Fucking motherfucker. I love that. It's such a good delivery.
You like that? What?
That's enough.
I'm doing this because he disrespected you.
He's learned his lesson.
Okay. If you say so. But when you have kids of your own, you're gonna have to teach them a little respect. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
That dude's just out cold. So, yeah, Majima is, like, weirdly a little bit obsessed with Kiryu, and it's touched upon in... It's not really touched upon in Yakuza 0 why that is, so I don't have a good reason why. Yeah, Walker Pierce says, man, Super Monkey Ball really went in a different direction after 2. For anybody who doesn't know, because Walker Pierce did not explain the joke that they're making, and I wouldn't expect him to, the same person who made Super Monkey Ball, the Super Monkey Ball series, Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2, made this shit. He thought that Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2 were, like, ridiculous, and he didn't want to go back to them. He's actually, like... He does not like this. He does not like Super Monkey Ball nearly as much as he likes this game. He does not understand what people see in Super Monkey Ball. This dude also happens to look like a Yakuza member while working at Sega. Which, to be fair, actually isn't too far off, because the Yakuza tend to get involved in the video games really often over in Japan due to some weird legislation that actually governs both gambling and video games in Japan. But I'm not going to get too much into that here. It's called Regulation 7. You can look it up. There's definitely some links between people working at Sega and maybe some not so nice people over in Japan. You know, Majima Aniki, he always beats the shit out of us. You know, that's not okay, dude. Majima's a very violent person. I don't know exactly why. He's just kind of nuts. Well, I know why. It's because he's fucked up. He got fucked up really bad.
Quiet, as usual.
Normal people don't come around because they're afraid of gangsters like you. So it's all yours today.
Understandable.
Where's Yumi?
Out shopping. We need to restock because you guys eat like wolves.
Yeah, right. So what's the deal? You starting your own family?
So for the record, this is Kiryu's Aniki
It's not up to me.
from like a while back. So Aniki, they don't explain it. Aniki means sworn brother. Basically, it's the dude that you're paired up with.
The only reason the Dojima family even exists is because of him. All Dojima does is go on and on about his glory days and honor.
That's enough, Nishiki.
Always one step ahead of me, huh, big brother?
So, Nishiki. So, how's your sister doing?
She's gonna have another operation next month. It'll probably be the last one.
Last one?
She's too weak. Doctors say she won't survive it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're here.
Yumi.
That is such a
You guys
shit
already
voice.
drunk? Let me in.
Go ahead. Have a seat.
I do not like that voice. That's like very like... It's a weird voice. My question is, do we get to do karaoke? Because that's a big component of a lot of the later games. Ooh, excuse me. My man just sleeping. He's sleepy. I gotta say, this game looks pretty damn good for what it is. Like, this is a PS2 game from, like, 2004. Pretty solid. 4:00 p.m., October 1st. I think we'll play enough of this to get, like, a gist of the game, and then I'll probably swap over to Ghost in the Shell, which I have right here. Because that's another game where I'm just like, I haven't really played this game much before. I should try it again. Slept for a long time. Where's Nishiki? Nishiki already left. He was pretty fired up, saying I'll never fall behind Kazuma. What time is it? It's almost 4:00. Finishing setting up the bar. Probably go out for a cup of coffee or something. Where's Yumi? She went to her place. When she's done shopping, she's gonna come back here and watch the bar. How do I leave? I'm so used to that door being the back door, and it's not. It's this one for some reason. Or maybe we're heading out the front door. Go to the Fuma family office. I might just try and find somewhere to save if I can. If not, I'll just turn the damn game off. It's fine. I'm not that worried. My name is Aoki. This guy's a junior reporter for a magazine I sell information to. One time they asked me who the wildest guy in this town was. I told him about you. Keep my name out of your mouth. Nice to meet you. Please don't talk to me ever again. That's kind of how that conversation went down, huh? This is a very strange town. I agree. Kamurocho is just a weird fucking town. Alright. Let's see what happens in here. Save point. I don't know, guys. Do we leave it off on a cliffhanger? Or do you guys want to see the end of this? Because I'm down for either. I don't know. Honestly, let me, Turn the game down a little bit. Yeah, you know what? Let's swap it out. We're just gonna do a bunch of little stuff today. I don't feel like spending too much time on any one damn thing. We're gonna swap this out. It's 9:30. I'll probably go for another hour or so max. Honestly, I'm not feeling super up to doing much today. I'm okay with just kind of vibing and then calling it a little bit early and relaxing by myself. It's been a lazy kind of day anyway, so it is what it is. All right. So we got Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex up next, all right? Junji Ito looks like a very pleasant man and makes horrific art, yet Nagoshi looks like an unfriendly, hardened Yakuza member who made Monkey Ball. Yes. Yes, that is exactly the thing. Anybody in Japan who looks like they're trying really hard to be, like, super hard and, like, you know, unfriendly and not pleasant at all to deal with, most of the time, if they're in the creative industries, they make really comfy media for people. It's kind of funny, actually. Like, it genuinely, I like it. It's a very funny vibe to give off, you know? Alright, so this is Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. For anybody who doesn't know, this is based off of the series Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. And its sequel series / second season, Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex Second Gig. like traditional Japanese singing. Ooh, into the drum and bass.
The choreographers in the autonomous region. Let's go, Tachikoma. Major, we're running out of time. Hurry up.
So, as far as I'm aware, this is a unique story that was not shown in any of the like series. Like it's an original story for the games. That being said, I don't think the game sold very well, and I don't think it's particularly good. But I've played a little bit of it before. Ghost in the Shell is freaking philosophical. The movie is freaking philosophical. The series is it's kind of generic, actually. It's got some interesting ideas, but there's nothing really phenomenal out there. If you want something weird and philosophical as an anime, check out Serial Experiments Lain. Also, I realized that my audio is very, very off. So I'm going to do myself a service and plug my headphones directly into my monitor instead of trying to monitor it through the capture. Give me a moment. Now, there we go. That's much better. No delay. I don't know why it gets so delayed. It's actually kind of annoying. But yes, Ghost in the Shell as a series is not... Like, Ghost in the Shell standalone complex is not that, like, thought-provocative, in my opinion. I also didn't know this game had multiplayer. But there's a lot of... Oh no, I'm not resetting weapons. I'm not resetting controls. That's gonna make it even worse. Let's just keep it a normal screen. Honestly, I don't think it made much of a difference for the other one anyway. SE. I guess that's like... I don't even know what that is. But yeah, Ghost in the Shell, the movie is very philosophical and interesting. Thanks, but no thanks. I can give myself an existential crisis on my own. Yeah, Serial Experiments Lain definitely... It's an interesting show. It goes a lot into, like, just mental illness, honestly, as well as, like, the whole existential thing. Like, there's certain shows that if you just asked me about, I would be like, it's a good show. And that's, like, all I'm gonna say. Unless you ask me in detail. Serial Experiments Lain is one of those shows. If you're really looking for something that is gonna make you, like, think and maybe give you an existential crisis, Lane's one of those shows. Ghost in the Shell. The movie is one of those movies. They're very good. You can verify your current controller settings. Yes. You'll now conduct movement training. With the left analog stick, you can move forward, back, left, and right. Push the left analog stick forward and move to the... I hate when they say push. Okay, so... This appears to be a almost tank control-y game. In that the right analog stick changes your camera. Not tank controls. Tank controls is the wrong term for it. It's a dual stick control game where like you don't have like your camera mapped to shoulder buttons or anything. I did like, yeah, the Ghost in the Shell show was actually very fun. It's a fun show. Movement training complete. Yeah. I'm doing this because I don't remember those games' movement at all. We now conduct crouching movement. If you press the L3 button, you'll be able to crouch. Okay. Press it again, you'll be able to stand back up. You cannot stand up in place such in their passages. Well, at least they went through the effort of like translating a bunch of stuff. Something about that animation looks really wonky to me. The Major should not be doing that movement. She looks bendy. And that's not how that body is supposed to look. For the record, Major's body is entirely android. She was damaged. Her body was mostly lost in a car accident, if I remember right. Like years before anything that happens in either the show or the movies. By using the R2 button, you'll be able to jump. That's right, folks. R2 to jump, not X. Tell me this isn't gonna fuck up my memory, muscle memory for like 10 different games. But yeah, there's a lot of, like, interesting stuff. This is making me want to go play Metal Gear Rising again, honestly. Which I might do for a minute. By holding the R1 button, you can grab on hold of various terrain features such as protrusions and indentations. You can grab on, yeah, if you hold R1, you'll be able to maintain your grasp. If you hold next to a wall while falling, if there are any protrusions or ledges nearby, you can automatically grab hold of them. Approach. Grab. Move over here. And yes, this is just how this game controls, and yes, your movement is locked to the camera, so the character will move relative to the camera and not your character's position, which is both good and bad. For a couple reasons, and I'm not going to go into that now. There's a lot of nuance as to how you would want to do that from a game control perspective. Pushing left analog stick forward. Okay, so then you just get up here. I gotta say, the game doesn't feel awful to control. I might go watch more of the Ghost in the Shell show later tonight, actually. I keep saying I want to do, like, movie nights or something, and the only reason that I haven't is because, like... The only reason I haven't is just an energy thing, really. I'd love to hang out with you guys and do some more stuff. I'd love to do, like, DJ nights where I just got my... I need a little bit more hardware, but I'm sure that I could hook up my, my CD player to the line-in input on my, computer. We could just have a fucking DJ night or something like that. Hell, I've been wanting to mix my own CDs at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. If you hold the R1 button and push left analog stick forward. Okay. While holding onto a ladder, fuck's sake. Okay, you don't need to tutorialize that much. I like how some game controls have just been semi-standardized now. In the 80s to the early 2000s, it was just the wild freaking west. Yeah. All sorts of random crap was thrown on whatever control scheme you wanted, especially when we made that transition. See, like, by the end of the 90s, everything was pretty much sorted out, and then we got 3D games in, like, the mid to late 90s. And 3D games have an entirely different set of controls because you need to be able to manipulate the camera as well, most of the time. Some games have fixed cameras. And so, like, it led to a whole host of other issues and a whole host of other configurations, like tank controls and, like, weird... semi-tank controls on analog sticks and all sorts of nonsense. Go check out 007 GoldenEye on the N64 and just like look up all the different configurations for controls that you can have for that game. Climb down ladders using the same controls, except you gotta hit R1 and that doesn't really work. Climb down using the ladder. Well, it didn't let me on the ladder, so... At one point, right stick camera was considered a sin. Yeah, because you weren't supposed to do that. How are you supposed to fucking target the ladder, my man? And maybe I just wasn't paying attention to that bit, but there we go. You just walk into it. Okay. Yeah, at one point, right stick camera was absolutely considered a sin, but now it's like a staple of pretty much every game ever because first-person shooters started doing it. And third-person games to a lesser extent around the same time period. But like shooters, I think were really standardized right-stick camera. But we had all sorts of like nonsense. If you press R2 at the right time when jumping against a wall, you get the ability to jump again. You can do up to 2 wall jumps in a row. Okay. Like that. I will say, the wall jumping is something I wouldn't have expected out of this game, but I'm kind of glad that they have it in here. I like this game. I like that this game has movement options. I think it just still feels clunky. For a couple reasons. Fire your main weapon by pressing or holding the L1 button. Adjust your aim with the right analog stick. Take out the enemies in front of you. Except it's fucking jank as hell. Press the O button to load more bullets, assuming you have ammunition. Again, just a fucking Byzantine control scheme for this game. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, the controls for this game make very little sense as a first-person shooter, as a third-person shooter, as a parkour game, as a platformer, anything. None of it makes sense. Now conduct sniper training. Move your way to the weapon lying on the floor. Swap weapons by pressing the O button. I didn't read that. Okay, triangle is swap weapons. R3 is aim down sights, and then you fire using L1. It's so sensitive, man. It's so sensitive. I don't know if it's just because this analog stick is not very good or what. The old late 90s alien shooter game, which I just put away, by the way, if you didn't see it, was panned hard because it tried something new, a right stick camera setup. Outlets claimed it was too confusing, nauseating, and difficult for players to use. The same was said of a lot of things in the late 90s, simply because they were new and people weren't used to them, and also just because journalists are in the game industry and like cover a lot of games doesn't really mean that they know what the fuck they're talking about. I'm just saying. Same thing with anybody. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about a lot of the time, but I like to think that I have some sort of, maybe not an expertise per se, but I'd like to think that I know what I'm talking about to some extent. Now conduct melee training. You can attack with martial arts moves using the L2 button. If another icon is displayed, keep pressing the square button until you see the melee mode icon. Pressing the L2 button repeatedly will result in combo moves. By the way, you get cool slow-mo effects, so that's a neat part of the game. Also, you just get to see the Major doing cool-ass moves, which is always a bonus in my book. The Major is a fucking cool character. Anybody who tells me otherwise is wrong. She's literally just designed to be fucking cool and have existential issues, but you know. I need to get into writing again, man. Oh boy, were they wrong. Oh, 100% they were wrong, Walker Pierce. I agree. Right stick became the norm, and anybody who said otherwise was, not smart. Because honestly, an analog stick is the best method you have for aiming in a video game, aside from auto-aim, I guess, if you want to count that as accurate, but that's not always going to do what you want it to do. As far as manual aiming, on a control pad, the best tool that you have, other than a gyro, other than an accelerometer that can, like, measure how you're tilting the controller, the best control method you have is going to be an analog stick. That being said, analog sticks are, in my opinion, still inferior to just a keyboard and mouse for shooters. But, you know, people are going to play what they play like, and honestly, keyboard and mouse can be kind of uncomfortable for long periods of time. This thing, if you get a good controller, like an old Xbox 360 controller, or, you know, if you have bigger hands, like whatever controller fits you, there's so many different options. Hell, you could use a fight pad if you wanted to for fucking first-person shooter, and that would be awful, but it'd be funny. I might do something like that at some point, just like get a bunch of weird-ass controllers and map them in the right way, so that I can use them for, like, games they're not supposed to be used for. Pressing the L2 button lets you attack with weapons such as hand grenades and knife. You can switch between sub-weapons with the square button. Grab a hand grenade. You'll take damage from hand grenades if you're caught in the blast, so exercise caution. Hit X, and then hit L2. It's like, it's intuitive once you get it. Problem is getting it. Okay, well, there's one of those dudes gone. You cannot hold the grenades. This is a shame. Tank controls can work. Yeah, tank controls can work, especially if the intent is to limit and restrict the character. Yes. If you're intended to limit and restrict the character, 100%. Tank controls are a great option. That being said, a lot of my favorite games are games that give you freedom of movement, you know? So, maybe not the best case for that. Keyboard and mouse kind of overloads my brain, too many buttons. That's fair. The reasoning that I always use is that, yeah, there's a lot of buttons, but you use like 4 of them. If you look, most people's left hands when they're using keyboard and mouse, or right hands if they're left-handed, or however they have their keyboard set up, do not leave Shift, A, W, S, D, and space. Their thumb is on space, their pinky is on Shift, and the 3 fingers are on some combination of W, A, S, D. They basically don't leave those buttons unless they need to hit like E or something. But I understand, like, it's definitely more intuitive to feel different buttons, like, haptically. Haptics is probably a wrong word there, but just physically feeling different buttons is also good. There's a ton of different philosophies on this sort of thing. When you tap the R1 button, you will perform an evasion move, which gives you a chance to evade enemy gunfire and other attacks. However, it's still possible to take damage from enemy fire while evading. Use evade to evade enemy attacks for 30 seconds. Well, at least it looks cool. Controls like shit, though. Ooh, look at that. Look at the Major go. Ooh, I love that. Okay, I gotta say, the game's doing a good job of being cinematic, even though the game kind of sucks sometimes. The first level was genuinely pretty frustrating for me, but maybe it's just because I didn't understand the controls. Who knows? We now conduct hacking infiltration training. Hacking infiltration is a special technique where you can steal control of an enemy's body, which is just a real thing that exists in the show. Press the X button near a fallen enemy with a triangle, well, inverted triangle, whatever you want to call it, to obtain the unit ID data. Obtain the unit ID data, yeah. Hit the X button, obtained, hacking code obtained. If there are hackable enemies in a unit whose ID data you have obtained, you will receive an infiltration hacking code at the same time when you obtain the unit ID data. Okay. A hackable enemy will be indicated with a blue icon. Center the hackable enemy in your crosshairs. Press the X button. Begin the hack. If you press the X button, the instant the shapes of the two spinning rings line up. Okay. So I want to hit this dude. Line up. Cool. You can disengage an infiltration hack, however there are instances where the game event will prevent you from disengaging a hack. And then I can just... Howdy. So you hit X and he just kind of falls over. Neat. This concludes all training courses. Well, there you go. And now we know more, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. I think there is a save file on this memory card, but we're just gonna do a new game. I'm playing on easy, because this game is piss hard if I remember right. I was having a bad time with it for a while. Probably because of that. Because I picked like normal or something, or hard like a fucking idiot. Because I used to do that a lot. I still like being challenged in games, but I realized that you shouldn't challenge somebody. You shouldn't challenge somebody in a game the first time they're playing it while they're learning all of the actual, like, controls. Then again, that's why training sections exist in games.
For an altitude of 20. We'll drop in from above the pier entrance and commence the op. Roger.
By the way, I think this game has almost all of the original voice actors from the series.
Right. You just leave all of those fleeing rabbits to me.
I'm counting on you. Hey, Chief. Ready whenever you are. What's so important about this op that I lose my day off?
The military has requested us to arrest a witness who's at a black market weapons sale taking place at Nihama on Pier N3. Apparently, the weapons were scheduled to be scrapped by the military, but were misappropriated.
Shouldn't we put a leash on him and see where he runs?
The important thing is that he's the subject of an investigation. Major, you extract his memories and find out who's backing his shopping spree. Regarding the current pier situation, it's believed that a substantially large armed group has infiltrated the site.
You want me and Bato to do this alone?
I'll have Ishikawa back you up. Pass information to him for analysis as you get it.
I doubt that you'll have any trouble with it, Major, but the operating systems at the pier are pretty old. I'll send you data piecemeal.
Tokusa, keep an eye on military intel. Roger.
Oh, it can be hilarious though. What, like challenging the shit out of yourself for no good reason? Oh, 100%. You walk into an area and immediately just get obliterated.
Now get out there and start earning your pay, people.
Yes, sir. Ooh, that drum and bass.
The military's moved up in the world. They got us cleaning up after their messes.
Let's have them owe us.
These appear to be pre-rendered cutscenes that were made in engine, which is an interesting thought for a PS2 game. Also, yeah, the Major can just do that. Androids, man. Fucking wild.
Naramaki here. I've spoken with the related bureaus. Complete your mission before the ship leaves.
Roger.
By the way, that thing over that you're not going to be able to see for a majority of this, that's my health bar. So, don't worry about that. if I die, I die. That's your evade button. This is your jump button. Oh, cool. I didn't know you could do that. Nope, no extra height on that one. Too far apart. This dude's already been taken out. Pretty handily. No, he's not even taken out. He's just fucking sleeping. What a dip. What a dip. What was the button again? Circle? I'm gonna hit a wrong button here a couple times. My man was entirely asleep. I just want to point that out. Okay, cool. It's still L2. F. I like that he was just sleeping. My man was just fucking out like a light. Oh, what? I can't go up there? Boo.
Gate now opening.
This is Togusa. I pulled this info from the local cops. The pier's security was hit by a sneak attack 48 minutes ago. The security system was overwritten. Enemy forces seem to have the pier under their control.
Understood.
Alright then. Off we go. This game definitely doesn't do a good job of emphasizing stealth. I will point that out. Stealth mechanics are pretty fucking awful.
Looks like a Jameson-type man has left for the Harbor Control Center's tower. It's possible that they'll escape aboard a freighter. There isn't much time before it sets sail. Hurry!
You'll have to go in through the multi-level warehouses. Look around for an entrance.
Walnut Gaming. What's up, ZR? How you doing, man? That's not gonna get old at all. Oh, what? I missed. Boo. He tried, man. He tried. I'm sure that those gunshots were not heard at all, and this will not be an issue. I gotta say, now that I'm playing it and I went through the tutorial, the game doesn't feel that bad. It's not an amazing feeling, but it doesn't feel quite as chunky as I remember it feeling. Bye. Stealth action, guys.
With the crane and your cyber capabilities, Major, I think you can forge ahead.
You should be able to obtain the hacking code for the transfer crane from the terminal inside that area. Try to find it.
Hi. I love the failed slow-mo. Something about that is infinitely funnier. Monster Hunter was like that for me. It was like trying to learn how to swim by getting thrown into a shark tank while wearing a life vest made of ham. That's honestly just how Monster Hunter is. Especially older Monster Hunter games. They're just like that. Like, they just exist in that state constantly. Oh, I should go get that hacking thing.
This will let you work the crane. It's a pattern code that runs along path A3.
Okay. Executing crane boot up.
I love that backflip move. It's just fun, man. It's stylish. In hindsight, it was a lot of fun, though. Oh, yeah. You can definitely have fun with games like that, where it's just, like, nails hard. Like, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that, either. grab that code.
Unit ID record.
I worked it so that ID data in the enemy cyberbrains can be displayed as positional data. I've seen that pattern somewhere before.
Can we do a structural analysis on it?
Oh, those are also the little tanks. They're little tanks that have AI in them, and they're generally pretty cute, but also like the idea of an AI that learns and adapts that quickly is a little bit wild. Anyway, so the point here is that you have to use this crane to get across because there's just the giant wall of fucking shipping containers. But yeah, there's a lot of games. They were wearing ear protection, so no shots hurt. Oh, you're right, ZR. But yeah, I'd say like Monster Hunter, there's a bunch of series like that where it's just like, yeah, you can just play this and have fun with it as it is. Shit, I hit the wrong button. Do I gotta wait again? Yeah. Okay, fine. But yeah, there's a lot of games where it can be genuinely just fun to go in, as long as you're going in with the right mindset. Dark Souls is one of those games. Dark Souls is a kind of hard game, and it's not even... You say, like, Dark Souls is like, oh, it's difficult. Dark Souls has a very mutable difficulty scale. You can change it however you like, and it'll be fine. But the key to that is that you need to, like, be able to understand the game's controls first, and that's where the game's difficulty curve comes into play. The game's difficulty it just comes from how fucking cryptic the game can be, genuinely. This dude's not concerned at all that this fucking crane has been moving back and forth for 5 minutes. A friend goaded me into trying the full game with him later. Thing is, I didn't even originally like it. Yeah, there's a lot of games where people just don't like them going in, and then it becomes one of their favorite games ever after a little bit. What am I supposed to do? Where's the boss health bar? Yeah, Monster Hunter is a very cryptic game franchise when it comes down to it. Like, it just is. And that's okay. But it's what it do, you know? I gotta get up higher somehow. Okay, then.
No response. I guess this terminal's dead.
The terminal at the entrance is set up...
Wow, talk about some lag there. Holy shit. Friend go to me to try the full game with him later. Yeah, that's how a lot of games are, honestly. That's just how a lot of games are. Like, there's so many games out there where it's like, this game is so cryptic, and you need to go into it with the right mindset. If you don't go into those sorts of games with an open mindset of like, okay, let me see what this sort of game is going to be like. You know, what am I actually going to be doing here? Things like that. You're never going to really get into it. You got to understand that there are different, like, mindsets when it comes to games like that. I was probably about 15 to 25 hours in high rank. And in high rank before it clicked. Yes, Monster Hunter is definitely one of those games where it can take like 25 hours. In that sense, I would say that Monster Hunter is harder than Dark Souls because it has like a higher difficulty. It has a higher learning curve. It's just a higher learning curve than most other games would be. What was the button again? There we go. Right, and it was triangle to switch. Got it. I need to realize when I need to hit my buttons better. Like, you know, hitting the fucking jump button. I don't mind this control scheme, actually. It's like, it's not atrocious. It's not perfect by any means, but it's not awful. Did that dude just blow himself up? Yeah, we're just not bothering. Okay, I suck at the fucking hacking section because it's kind of really weird to mess with. That dude blew himself up for some fucking reason. I don't know. What other games have you guys had that experience with where you're just like, man, this game sucks, and then you come back to it later and you're like, this is the best thing ever? Yeah, it's such a time commitment to get into the game in the first place. That I can totally understand not being okay with it. Yeah, 10 hours. Dude, even like 5 hours is a lot to ask for a video game to like get no, like very little investment return in like how you're enjoying the game. It sucks, man. It sucks. Oh, we got a hand grenade. Let's go. I love how X is still the interact button, though. Like, it's either X or circle in almost every game, like, ubiquitously.
Major, can you see the crane? To cross into storage area number 2, your only choice is to use that crane.
Seems like the enemy makes regular patrols in this vicinity.
This is pretty shit. I'm glad I'm playing this shit on easy. I'm sure I could do it on harder difficulties, but it's nice to just play it on easy, honestly. Restoration kit. But yeah, there's plenty of games that are just like absurdly difficult to deal with on like lower difficulties even. Oh, what the hell? I'm on the wrong fucking thing. Get me out of this shit. Let me use melee. Stun unit. Yo, I love that. It's like the just wait, the show gets really good after 30 episodes. Exactly. You can't justify a show like that. You can't say that a show gets good. It's why I can't get into a lot of like MMOs. Hell, I tried 100 hours of fucking Final Fantasy XIV and could not get into it. For a couple of reasons, honestly. Some of them weren't exactly related to how good the game is, and the game is good. What is this? 10-gauge shotgun ammunition? Whack. SMG. Yeah, it's just, there's only so much time commitment you can really put into anything, you know? And like, you gotta know how to value your time. That's the thing you need to worry about. Not anybody else's time. You need to know how you value your own goddamn time. Okay, so it's not that. I really don't want to try 14 unless I can get a decent friend group together to go through it with. I mean, if you want me to hook you up with some people who are pretty involved in the game already, I could absolutely do that if you just want to, like... if you want to, like, just try it out with people who know a little bit more and can maybe help smooth out some of the process of getting used to the game, I'd be happy to introduce you to some of my friends who do play, because I have some friends who have thousands of hours in that game, and they're definitely going to be able, like, they might be a little bit overwhelming, honestly, sometimes, but, like, they'll be able to help you out with things if you just need something. but MMOs in general are like just gigantic fucking time sinks, and I have enough of those, man.
Checked out the 13 primary smuggling organizations, but none of them use toys that they got from the military. I also...
I cut him off. I'm digging the drum and bass, though. That's something else. If you want some good drum and bass music, go look up Machine Girl.
You see that ship?
Excellent drum and bass
It's
music.
imperative that you take care of the suspects before they board it. Extraterritorial rights apply aboard ship. Even we can't touch them. I'm involving various agencies, but there's no time.
Understood.
Updating save point. Okay, so the game auto-saves. That's nice. It's weird that the grab button is also the dodge button. Like the grab onto, like, edges of things button.
She belongs to a distribution company out of Etorofu. According to the papers they submitted, she's hauling scrap metal to a recycling plant in her home city, and her ports of call are Nihama, Kamaishi, and Etorofu.
That did not feel like the best voice acting ever, not gonna lie. By the way, again, if you've never, like, watched the Ghost in the Shell series, or if you haven't watched the movie, go fucking watch the movie. If you like the movie, watch the series, just don't expect the exact same level of, like, competence out of it, because you're not gonna get it, unfortunately. Ouch. That's a shotgun. Crane terminal, crane operation program running.
Now, but try not to be a sitting duck when you cross over.
Speaking of being a sitting duck. It's so fucking easy to fall here. Because the jump has like a set distance it's gonna go through. What is this dude doing? He's just running. My man's running. Hey man, if someone wants to try getting into Monster Hunter, I'd be more than happy to help. Well, there you go, guys. If you want to get more into Monster Hunter, feel free to hit up Walker Pierce over on the Discord. By the way, you should join the Discord if you're interested in what I do. I do update everybody on what my streams are going to be for the week and everything over there. So, yeah, I mean, like, if you like the streams and you want to see more of them and you want to be updated or you want to be notified when I'm going live, then let me know. Join the Discord and I'll be there for you. The fucking Tachikomas are the funniest shit. They're very good. They're very good little eggs, but they're also mildly terrifying because it's just a sentient AI.
Saito here.
You'll be able to use Pier 2's elevator now.
Yeah, thank you for dropping the Discord link. I think exclamation point Discord works now. Or exclamation point socials. If you want to drop that one, Walker Pierce. What's that noise? Is that a fucking helicopter? The fucking helicopter? The... Whatever the fuck that thing is. It's like a bee. We found an angry bee, guys. And you know what the best form of self-defense against bees is? Guns. What am I doing? Where am I going again? Just down here. Okay. You gotta, like, hold the button and then walk onto the railing. Heck. Exclamation point socials. Yes, socials just work. It just takes a minute. How you doing, Faye? And Smommy, how you doing? How is stream going? Oof. Oh. No, I don't have an OnlyFans. I'm sorry.
It's probably snipers. It's an anti-cyborg precision sniper rifle. I saw one once at a German arms show. It's an old model, but nasty. It can penetrate even a titanium brain.
He did. He very did. One show I'll probably never be able to get into is Dead Man Wonderland. It really skeeved me out. I fucking love that show, and I actually need to watch it again. I've been meaning to watch it again. Disappointed. Yes, no OnlyFans. I'm sorry. Also, welcome to the sniper portion that I forgot about from this game. Or from this mission. So basically, Anybody who hasn't watched Deadman Wonderland, I don't recommend going to watch it because it's just kind of gory and a mess. But also, there's a manga that's just actually complete because Deadman Wonderland was only like 10 episodes and they didn't finish. I don't even think it was because they weren't caught up with the show. I think it was just because they fucking didn't know what to do. And they were just like, yep, it wasn't popular enough, sorry.
If you had the sniper's hacking key, you might be able to use them to your advantage.
A Commander class enemy should definitely have a hacking key. It's probably best to begin with them first.
So we can't go too high up here or we're gonna end up in trouble. This is definitely a weird game, but I like it. It's a Ghost in the Shell game. Has anybody here not seen Ghost in the Shell, either the show or the game? Or the series, excuse me.
There are enemies on the roof. We need some intel.
That doesn't work.
On what they're trying to do.
The chain link fence does not block bullets, you fucks. Okay, we'll go around. Look at this fucking frame rate, guys. Beautiful frame rate. The eye removal scene and the guy melting in the acid were just too much. Yes, the eye is very uncomfy. Don't get me wrong. I don't handle gore very well, but I still fucking love that show because of what it tried to do. The manga I've heard is slightly more stomachable, but still pretty fucking nasty. God damn it, I didn't want to hit that.
This is Boma. Rewrite of harbor control system complete. That ought to buy you a little time.
F. You guys want to see another game, or you want to have me keep playing this one? Basically, the idea here is that I gotta not get hit by the sniper, or I'm having a very bad day.
This is Boma. Rewrite of harbor control system complete. That ought to buy you a little time.
Howdy. Where are they hiding? I don't know, fucking idiot. Nope. Didn't make it. I'm good either way. I'm just fucking around, man. I kinda want to finish this level, but I also realize that this game has already autosaved a few times, so we're probably fine. I also don't remember how the fuck to get over here. I love the fucking shock boots.
If you had the sniper's hacking key, you might be able to use them to your advantage.
A Commander class enemy should definitely have a hacking key. It's probably best to begin with them first.
Sick. Just put on your ghillie mantle? Yeah, exactly. Just put on the ghillie suit and it'll be fine. No issues. He's gone. He gone. Alright, how the fuck do I get over there? My man can't see me.
We need some intel. Obtain information on what they're trying to do.
Let me in! I'm not sure what you're supposed to do here. I figured it out at some point, but I don't remember anymore. I'd imagine if I try and get up here, I'm just gonna fucking perish, because sniper rifle. I do like these sorts of challenges where they're just like, hey, here's a sniper rifle, here's like, you know, or like whatever. You're limiting your movement, but you're given, it means you have to think about things in different ways. Which is something I love. It's very stealth action gamey. And I actually love stealth action games, for anybody who's wondering. I fucking love them. I'm not good at them occasionally, but I like them.
Boma. Rewrite of harbor control system complete. That ought to buy you a little time.
I'm a very good shot. I only missed like 80% of those rounds. FPRPG. Does this mean I can do this now? Let me in! Please. There's gotta be something I can do here. Especially with this crane. Like, there's got to be a crane control somewhere, right? Maybe up here in this control tower off. First-person role-playing game. That sounds like fun. That sounds like that could be a really awful time, but also really fun. It sounds like it could be nauseating, I think is the problem. But I like the idea. It's Second Life, guys. Oh wow, they actually let you make use of your, like, crouch down there. Normally when I'm used to games like this having just, like, big fucking, like, walls, like invisible walls everywhere, so you can't do anything interesting. I didn't know you could drop off the edge there. That's funnier. How long of an acronym can we make? MMOFRPG. MM OnlyFans. Massively multiplayer OnlyFans RPG.
This is Boma. Rewrite of Harbor Control System complete.
This is Boma.
That ought to buy you a little time.
Y'all want to keep seeing me just run into this over and over? I'm not even saying anything interesting. I'm literally just running in and dying because this game is not giving me many hints as to what exactly I need to be doing to go forward. We'll try it a couple more times. Let's just see what happens. Oh good, now the music stopped. There we go.
If you had the sniper's hacking key, you might be able to use them to your advantage.
A commander-class enemy should definitely have a hacking key. It's probably best to begin with them first.
Maybe the idea is get close enough. And then you just shoot them. I don't know. We got the shotgun here, so that's not going to be any help, but we've got an SMG in the other hand, so that's potentially a little bit more useful.
This is Boma. Rewrite of Harbor Control System complete. That ought to buy you a little time.
This frame rate is not helping. I can't see him up there. In June, I'd love to do a Monster Hunter community day with, or two with everybody. I wouldn't mind that, honestly. If I can make the time for that, yeah, that'd be fine. We could set it up in the server, too, if everybody's interested. Like, I know that I have some friends in there who play Monster Hunter. And honestly, I could use some help getting through the rest of High Rank Hub, because I don't really feel like doing it on my own. Crunch. What the fuck am I gonna do here?
There are enemies on the roof. We need some intel. Obtain information on what they're trying to do here.
I can't get in here, homie. Fuck you want me to do? This is an impenetrable chain link fence that you definitely couldn't rip open with your bare hands. Because you're a fucking robot. I can't get over here, though, because of the sniper. If I go up on the roofs, the sniper's gonna hit me. Maybe I'm supposed to, like, hack the, or get the hacking code for the one dude, try and hack the sniper? Was that what they were trying to go for? Yeah, like, One Before Sunbreak is out, so anybody who needs it can be prepared, and then when, just want when it's out so we can have fun and cut up with friends. Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, I don't need much. I've actually been playing mostly Gunlance in Rise, because, God, Gunlance is just fun, man. I love Gunlance. It's such a stupid weapon, but it works so well. Well, there's a dude who I could get the hacking code from, but also the sniper's trained on me, so I can't really do much of anything there. Yeah, Gunlance is silly fun. There's a dude up there I can hack. I'm too far away from him, though. Okay. I just fell into the water again because, yeah, what the fuck is spatial awareness, guys? Okay, let me fucking do this again. At least there's no, like, consequences for being fucking bad at this. I don't mind games like this. It's funny that the music doesn't start until you've actually like.
A command class enemy should definitely have a hacking key. It's probably best to begin with them first.
I just find it funny that they just like. The music doesn't start until you start shooting these dudes. I don't know why, but that's very entertaining to me. Alright. Sniper's over there. There's a dude on the roof that I don't have line of sight on here.
There are enemies on the roof. We need some intel. Obtain information on what they're trying to do here.
I don't know if I can get line of sight without, yeah, being in sniper range. Nope. This tower? Okay. Damn it. Can you just repeatedly hack him? Your gameplay's bad and you should feel bad. Yeah, exactly. That's what it feels like. Oh, they're randomized. That's kind of neat. There we go. I can't even tell where I'm supposed to fucking do anything with it. It's just annoying. Can I shoot the sniper from here? What's the sniper button again? That's a melee button. R3? There we go. Drop the hack. There we fucking go. Why was the other sniper not shooting at me is my real question there, but whatever. See, look, this game's kind of neat. It just doesn't always present itself in a way that makes a ton of sense. They just need to... I think they just needed to, like, make sure that you knew that that second tower was there and that there was another dude on top of it. And that would have been fine.
This is Boba. Rewrite of harbor control system complete. That ought to buy you a little time.
That's not what I wanted to do. God damn it. That worked, though. That worked. I want to point out that there was, like, no explosion sound for that thing. I don't know if that's my copy of the game not working or what, but that's kind of funny to me. Alright. Over to melee. SMG ammunition. I like the option to stealth kill things, even if it doesn't work very well. There we go. I just like kicking people in the face. I think it's neat. Anybody else think that's neat? Let me in! Anyway, now we have free reign of this area, so I'd imagine that somewhere around here we'll be able to get up here and hop across. I'm wondering what the hell the spike grenades do. That worked pretty well. There's definitely some auto-aim at play in this game, I'm just saying. Top the fence. Oh, there's a sniper. Okay. Where was the third sniper at? Let me guess, we gotta do that whole segment from the beginning again. Yep. Great.
If you had the sniper's hacking key, you might be able to use them to your advantage.
A commander-class enemy should definitely have a hacking key. It's probably best to begin with them first.
Where's the dude? Where's my boy? Let me shoot him. Freaking aimbot, yeah. You gotta love it. To be fair, we were making a lot of noise. It wouldn't be hard for a sniper to be able to go, there it is! Alright, hack up here. What the fuck? You kidding me? That looked like it should have worked, right? I'm not stupid. Maybe I am stupid. I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand how to do this shit. There's too many moving pieces for me to be able to accurately go, yep, that's what it is. Especially with this one. This one, like... It's so hard to line up everything. I'm just like hitting randomly when I'm like, yep, that specific chunk seems to work fine. Oh cool, there is a second aim level in here. I just hit that instinctively. Fuck you, dude. I think that's all of them. I don't think we gotta worry about the other sniper now. Jesus. That sucked. Report kick. Yep. Report in. Who the hell are you?
Rewrite of harbor control system complete. That ought to buy you a little
Fuck.
time.
Spike grenade. Should have saved that, but it's fine. Get your hacking code. I didn't mean to throw that. It's hard to remember which thing you were just on. Although that just always looked cool as fuck. That makes it worth it, you know? You gotta go for the things that make it worth it in life. Yeah, give me this thing.
There are enemies on the roof. We need some intel. Obtain information on what they're trying to do here.
Oh, come on. Good game design, guys. Make sure you can barely jump over the thing. I'm not gonna sit here and complain about the game design for this fucking game. Like, it's fine. I don't have an issue with it. I'm just being a shitter. Hey, bud. What's up with you? What's up with the little cube thingy? Did they have inverse kinematics running on that? I kicked it and it looked like it walked away.
There's someone else besides me who's accessing this guy's cyber brain? Attack barrier? Who's the peeping Tom out there?
That's gonna be the whole cutscene, watch. Put this away for nothing. Well, that was the whole mission. Took 30 minutes. That wasn't bad, honestly. I didn't mind that at all. But... yeah, mode easy, so you get a point multiplier. Who cares, man? Points are like the most nothing thing for me in games anymore. I do not care. Even on Devil May Cry, I don't care that much about points. I'd rather see, like, good gameplay and something that's entertaining, you know? I do not care about points at all. Also, I'm realizing I can't hear the music because I still have this plugged into the monitor because I don't want to have to deal with delay. Maybe I should fix that somehow. Like run the line in from the monitor into the back of my computer and then do that way. I don't know if that would be much better, but I think it'd be different enough that I think that it might do something. It might work. It's a lot of extra effort for something kind of silly though. Let me just run this back so I can hear my music again. There we go. Anyway. This was an interesting time. I think I want to call this here. I kind of miss being able to just be like, yep, let me plop in a disc. I don't have any plan for the whole stream. I'm just gonna go. Maybe next time something cancels or I have to change plans all of a sudden, we'll play or we'll do that cursed stream idea, because I can absolutely mess with some cursed stream ideas. I could sit there and walk you through how to make a cursed stream very easily, and it'd be very fun. And I think that we should try that at some point. But I think for the moment, I'm gonna actually just turn off this console in the middle of a cutscene. I'm sure that wasn't the most interesting gameplay for anybody, but I kind of miss just being able to go through, leaf through a bunch of old games like this. Definitely wish I could have planned things out more, but also I just didn't have the energy this weekend, guys. I had a plan, it fell through. I'm not gonna try and throw together another plan instantly. So, here's the deal, guys. This is my last stream for the week. I'm thinking next week, assuming that nothing else comes up, I should be free Tuesday night to stream. So, if Tuesday night stream sounds like a good idea for you guys, it sounds like it's going to be good for you guys, I'd be more than happy to stream then. I wish I could stream earlier in the day, guys. I know that I have a bunch of friends and people who want to watch out in the UK, Europe, occasionally other parts of the country too, or other parts of the world, but I think that it's just gonna have to stick to the late night streams for the time being. Unfortunately, I work a 9-to-5 job and I have to get up pretty early, or I just want to sleep in till right before I have to start getting ready for work, or right before I have to start doing work if I'm working at home. But yeah, it's been a great time, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out as always. You guys take care of yourselves, and we will see you next week for probably some more Super Paper Mario. We're getting close to the end of that game, and we're probably going to be finishing up DMC Devil May Cry next week. I might do that on Tuesday. Aside from that, I can't really think of much. I'm excited to start playing Devil May Cry 5 on stream, although I haven't been shutting up about that for ages now. I do have to make sure that I have a couple last-minute things lined up for that. Smami, if you're still around, I have to talk to you about something with that. But yeah, so that's all I can really think of for the moment. The last thing I can think to say is, if I have the energy, I'd be happy to do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or Tuesday, Friday, Saturday for streams. If that's the case, if I end up doing that, then we're gonna be doing some more shitposty not sponsored games, okay? I have plenty of them sorted out. I just haven't had the time to play them in a while. And unfortunately, I like playing both cool action games that are well polished and just kinda shitty or just goofy old games. And there's this balance that needs to be had, But, yeah. So, I think with that, we're gonna go ahead and just call it for today. Thank you guys for hanging out today. It has been a wonderful time. I'm always happy to hang out with you guys and be able to just vibe, honestly, because that's all this ever is, it's just a big vibe. If you guys have any comments on stream, recommendations for what you want me to stream, things you want to see, whatever, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Like and subscribe, I guess. I'm on YouTube. I hit 100 subscribers, guys. That's exciting. Been back and forth with 100 subscribers, but I think I'm pretty solidly at 100 now. So thank you for anybody who's coming in and just watching these videos as VODs or in as live content or whatever. If you want to be updated on when I'm going live, check out my Discord. That's the only place that I post notifications on when I'm going live normally. However, if you also want to check out my Twitter is there. It's a great time. It's mostly just me posting about personal life things I feel like sharing, but it's there. And I tend to be hooked up to a lot of other really cool streamers, cool people doing a lot of video game content and a lot of other stuff. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, like indie games or whatever, Feel free to follow my Twitter as well. !socials will get you what you want if you're in the chat right now. Otherwise, the link should be in my link tree, which is down in the description of the video. I think that's enough of me shilling myself out, though. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for hanging out. Make sure you stay hydrated. Have a good night. Get something to snack on. Get up, stretch, and go out for a midnight walk. Remember to take your vitamins. Drive on the left side of the road. Doesn't matter what country you're in. It's just safer that way. Make sure that you obey the double yellow line only in so much as you need to. You know, if it's not yelling at you, don't bother. Make sure you turn off your lights so the burglars don't come in. And make sure that you know that communism is a sin. I'm kidding. Have a good night, guys. Spay and neuter your pets. Remember, spay and neuter your pets, guys. Hold on, I'm gonna get a joke out of this. Remember, kids, remember to spay and neuter your pets. Trust me, it's important for them. All right. Have a good night, folks. Take it easy. Take care of yourselves.